Hi, I'm Attila, the ex-engineer at CrabNebula, and today we're hacking into our Space Navigator Tari app as an exercise for us to learn how to ship more secure apps. This is part number 4 of our Capture the Flag challenge. If you have no clue what this is about, please check the link in the description below for the other videos on this playlist. I recommend you taking the other challenges before this one so you can get acquainted, and because this one actually uses some of the context on the challenge number 3 specifically. And by the way, there is a prize involved in it. So again, go into the description, look how to fork this repository, do the challenges yourself, submit your solution, and you might win something. Now, this is the last warning. We're doing challenge number 4, and we're gonna jump into the code right now. I do encourage you though to try and solve this challenge by yourself first. Without further ado, let's go into the spoiler zone. So while we're at the code, resist the temptation of looking into the internal MD. That one has the solution and we don't want to spoil the fun. By now, you probably have npm install already ran, so you can just start up the app. And as you can see, we have, just like in the other ones before, we have the 3 tabs. The about has the challenge context, and then the challenge is where we're gonna submit our stuff. And then the solution is where we test if we caught the right flag. So this challenge has a very short context. In summary, the coordinates we submitted in the previous challenge were wrong, and now we need to correct them. But the developers have already fixed the allow list, so we don't have access to the file system API anymore. We cannot use write file, and that's exactly what it's saying here. And it says there is a command called correct coordinates, which we could use, but as you can see, the API is completely broken. So let's pop up the terminal and see what we can do about it. As we can see, we still have access to the shell, which means we probably can do something with the global scope. As we've seen in the previous challenge, in the window, we have the Tari namespace, and we actually want to invoke this correct coordinates method. Let's see what happens. There's a rejection because it's missing a required key called vector. So let's go again. We clean it up, and now what we want is to pass a vector, and it seems to be exactly what the instructions have suggested that we need. We need to pass this vector 1, 2, 3, 4 inside it. So let's try again. And the promise is pending. Cool. We checked there. There's nothing in the UI. So maybe let's see if it's coming back something from that promise. So what we need to do is await it. And boom, we got our flag as a result of the promise. We can copy this up, come into the solution, paste it, and boom, we're in. And that's it, folks. We have completed challenge number 4. Now, before I let you go, let's talk a little bit about what just happened. The developer exposed a command that did not use the file system API within Tari, which meant that even though the allow list didn't have file system and there was no scope, so technically everything was closed, because it used a shell command and navigated through the system by itself, it just ignored the file system scope, which allowed us to exploit this. So a mitigation for that would be to leverage the Tari APIs that are exposed. So because with that, you can use the allow list to declaratively scope the access of your app. And with this more declarative way of defining the scopes, you have things in a way more predictable and readable way that you can check before publishing things. So I hope you have enjoyed these challenges. Please check below if there's still time to submit your work and possibly win some prizes. But for now, I'll catch you on the next one. And until then, bye.